Hello folks, Ed here with you, and what will probably be the last project I do in this back bedroom. We have the garage set up now and ready to move out there. I'm so glad. I need somewhere to just not have cases and tools and parts all over the house coming in. And but anyways, finished up this little malin today. We've been kind of quiet the past few weeks. Been a lot going on. Had some kind of lengthy projects and some things that I really haven't ever really done. Started making my own custom bridges now, if need be, on guitars. And just trying to make this a full service instrument repair shop where we can do anything that needs to be done to one. And we're pretty close to that. The only thing I've not really officially taken on is complete refinishes and neck sets. I'm probably going to do that once we get out to the garage. I'm probably going to start doing neck sets. But fun stuff. No, I love it. But finished up this little Kentucky. It's a KM-900 master model. This is their top of the line A-frame. This one's a pretty good one. It had the little bitty teeny tiny pencil lead looking fret wire, which any malin player has ever dealt with. I hate it. I'd rather play a bucket. Just take a stick and hit a bucket with it than to play a malin that's got that little tiny fret wire. I hate it. But anyways, apparently the customer's in the same boat that I was in too. They didn't like it, so they contacted me, and the name on this malin is no longer there. Apparently whoever had this before the current owners had it, they really were obsessed with making this thing look like a Gibson. In fact, it's got a Gibson tailpiece on it. How about that? So they wanted this. This is their throw around malin. They didn't want to take their custom boutique malin that they treasure and do much traveling with it or anything like that. So, you know, this is their kind of throw around malin. So they was like, what can you do with it? And I said, well, we can do whatever we can to make it sound better, but we'll change this fret wire out to a bigger width, taller, everything like that fret wire. And anybody that knows me knows I kind of like these hemispherical. Well, I can get that to focus. I like my fret ends kind of hemispherical. I like to round them. It feels better, plays better. My Northfield actually got me in that kind of kick of I like the fret ends round off, and if somebody obviously ever brings me something and they don't want them that way, then I'll do them ever how they want. But yeah, put new fret wire in it. This was probably the most brittle fingerboard I've ever worked with. It just was completely disintegrating, but we fixed it. It looks good, should be good right on. The thing is with this one, the fret wire was, the slot that the frets go in was just so small that I had to go through. I first started with a little refret saw I've got. I don't know what's that. I'm still in the squeaky chair. This little dude. You imagine ever how many frets are on this malin, going through every single one of them with that little saw. I made it to number 3 and I was like, man, there's got to be a better way. And I finally remembered these little carbide bits that I used to put in, they're dental bits actually, that I used to put in railroad spikes on banjos. And I thought, man, that is, I took a caliper and measured it, and that's just the perfect width. And I used my little router base over here, and I'll show you a little picture of that. Used that little dude in my Dremel tool, and Buddy, we were in business after that, but still had so much chip out on this board. I did everything that I normally do, and I typically don't have much chip out. I've kind of learned the little tricks of how to get fret wire out, but this thing was not wanting to let go of that fret wire, so we fixed it. Anyway, I think it looks good. There's not a buzz one on this finger board. Plays good, set up good and low. I don't know if you can see it. So as everybody who plays knows, dog's distracted me, never mind. When you go to a higher fret wire, you've got to make a new nut. So we made them a new nut. I think it looks pretty good. And they asked about a bridge, and the bridge that was on it is, I think it's a Gibson bridge. Gibson is bad to patent. They're, or if not, it's definitely a Gibson copied bridge, which I guess about every Malin bridge anymore is a Gibson copied bridge. But anyways, it was fine. It was just leaning. So we don't like leaning. This one's straight as an arrow now. We fit a new Cumberland Acoustics Bridge on this thing. Got it set up. It's playing better than I think it probably has ever. Sounding better than it's way better than it sounded when it got here. So I'll give you a little sound bite of this thing. Anybody that wants to down some of these Chinese instruments, this little dude's got it. So especially since we did all this work on it. So I'll give you a sound bite here in just a second. Well, here be this little KM-900. Hopefully get you a little sound bite what this thing sounds like. I'm telling you, a good setup makes or breaks them. Yep, I'm telling you, it's more responsive. It's brighter. It just got more punch. It's just a whole different instrument. Had a good setup, good bridge, good nut. Need any work? Give me a call.